company owner.
And we now know that equipment failure led to a Chesapeake police officer's death during dive training.
10 on Your Side's been digging for details in this training accident since it happened back in December. Medics rushed Timothy Schock to the hospital after problems during an underwater exercise at Oak Grove Park. And today, the chief of police explained what happened. It turns out that other officers could have had a similar problem. 10 on Your Side's Melanie Woodrow is live outside police headquarters. Melanie.
Yeah, Tom, well, Officer Schock was able to come to the surface of the water one time without any problems. What happened was he went back under, and when he tried to resurface a second time, that's when he ran into trouble. Police Chief Wright says prior to his death, Officer Schock had a button repaired on his power inflator. This piece of equipment here that allowed him to deflate and submerge in the water, as well as inflate and come to the surface. The day of his dive, that replacement button fell off. Officer Schock chose to dive anyway because there was another way he could manually deflate and submerge. However, the alternate method for inflating and resurfacing did not work. Chief Wright says in retrospect, Officer Schock's power inflator should have been repaired by an expert.
Certain parts should be sent out to a factory representative, which we did not do.
Why not?
I don't know the answer to that.
What are you doing to find out the answer?
We continue to investigate it, and we know that there are certain things that we should have done, but the fact is that they were left undone.
How, sir, do you, given your position, explain to his loved ones that there were certain things that should have been done but were not?
I spoke with the family yesterday and told them all that I've spoken to you.
Chief Wright would not share their response. Prior to Officer Schock's death, the diving equipment had not been serviced by a technician in 3 years, since the time of its purchase. Officer Schock's weight release cord also failed. That meant he was struggling to stay on the water's surface and make it to shore with 40 extra pounds strapped to his waist. After his death, 12 divers' weight release cords failed testing.
We still don't have a conclusive answer as to why they all failed.
Chief Wright says the divers themselves had tested the weight release cords as recently as 3 months prior, and they worked. Now all operations are suspended and new equipment is being ordered. And in addition to that new equipment, Chief Wright tells me that there's going to be a formalized equipment buddy check system that'll be part of some changes that are being made. Reporting live in Chesapeake, Melanie Woodrow, 10 on Your Side.